Hi everybody, and welcome to Wednesday's edition of Tunes from the Shop with Skip. As I was trying to decide what to do this morning, I was perusing my little electronic newspaper, and I came across what was for me a fascinating story in the American publication The Wall Street Journal. And this article was about a woman called Irene Triplett, who had just passed away at the ripe old age of 90 years. Ms. Triplett was not well known in the financial community. She was not a famous actress or singer or anything of the like. She was an ordinary person who led an ordinary life. But what was unique about her is that she was the last person receiving a federal pension for her father's service in the American Civil War, which took place in the 1860s. Skip, how is that possible? Let me tell you how. Her father, Mose Triplett, began fighting for the Confederacy. He was a member of the Army of the Southern States. In 1863, he deserted the Confederacy and joined the Union Army, the Army of the North. He served in the Army of the North till the end of the war, and being a war veteran, he was awarded a pension for his service. Now, still, Skip, this math isn't adding up. Well, it was very hard times at the end of the American Civil War. The president, Abraham Lincoln, was assassinated right at the end of the war. He had one idea how he wanted Reconstruction to go. After his assassination, that Reconstruction went in a very, very different way, and quite hard times fell on the entire country. Because of that, and the shortage of men, because of all the casualties during the war, there was often a great age difference between husband and wife, and Moses Triplett ended up taking a wife who was 50 years his younger. Quite late in life, they conceived Irene. He was somewhere in his late 70s or 80 years old at the time. This is how Irene managed to receive his old pension. Now, that pension was not a magnificent sum. It was $73.13 per month, but I'm sure she was happy to have it for her father's service. I'd like to play a set of 3 tunes today then from the American Civil War. In fact, the source of these tunes is one of the best compilations of American fife and drum music, the Drummers and Fifers Guide. This was kind of the tutor in the Northern Army for the fifers and drummers and buglers of the day, better known as the Bruce and Emmett book in American Fife and Drum Corps circles. I'm going to play a set of 3 tunes for you. They're all kind of easygoing tunes. The first is a tune called Slow Scotch. The second is a tune called Dusky Night. These 2 tunes were what were known as camp duties. These would be played by the musicians, telling the soldiers when to wake up, when to go to sick call, when to get something to eat, basically camp life. The third is a tune that in the book is called A Fancy Quickstep. It's a tremendous jig, unique jig called Far Down. And today's set I'm going to play on a Civil War era American fife built by George Cloos. And I'm going to try to remember the old Cloos fingerings to give you an accurate representation of the sound of this magnificent old instrument. So, without further ado, Slow Scotch, Dusky Night, and Far Down. So, there we go. A couple of little mistakes and all in far down. But, I hope you enjoyed the set. Sleep well, Irene. And we'll see you all again tomorrow for another set of tunes from the shop. But until then, stay safe, stay smart,